Greetings to all. My name is Theodore Boone. I am sort of a CEO of a non-profit organization. I think before we go any further, I think we need to pause for a moment and look at nonprofit organization as a benefit to society and to our community. I think we need to look at them from a different view because many of them are the backbone of our community. They provide services. Not only that, they bring about creativity. Not only that, but they care for people. All of these nonprofit organizations are not churches. The majority of them that we're talking about serves your children. As a matter of fact, how many people out here are engaged in activities with nonprofit organization that pays big taxes? I want everybody that pays and support nonprofit organizations to stand up. If you're a part of, you support, you donate to it, you go to it, I want you to stand up. How many of you do it? How many of your children have been served by some place? How many of your relatives, how many of your employees, how many people in the city of San Angelo, isn't this a nonprofit organization? Do you get paid? Do you have backup services? I'm not talking about a church. I'm talking about people versus commerce. Commerce is for the benefit of a small portion, but nonprofit organizations are for the benefit of society. If we can take money and invest in bars, if we can take money from whatever taxes and pay for activities that is not for the well-being of community and society, how do we have the nerve to turn down nonprofit organizations? I am a part of one. I have a house. I pay taxes. Everybody that go to these churches pay taxes if they have homes. They contribute to society. I'm standing here because I have a vision. And my vision is to see an area that has been robbed of resources restored with the capacity to have identity. If you look at Martin Luther King Drive, I'm going to start calling it the Martin Luther King Corridor. I call it a corridor because along Martin Luther King Drive are probably more nonprofit organizations, and some of them are owned by the city. But the problem in the area is it's dark. There's no light. So people don't come there because of fear. But I think it's time to change the story. It's time to invest in some people who need some encouragement and resources to see somebody of ourselves that take interest in the community and are willing to make sacrifices to see a change come. There is a cluster that started at a place where the community was divided. Nobody think about that. There were plenty of black businesses in San Angelo before the freeway came through and severed it. Give us an opportunity. $70,000 in a $1 billion business. Think about it. Think about it. How much money have you been spending in that area? How many of the tax dollars that come naturally into that area goes to improve it? We want it improved. I said I wasn't going to say anything, but I'm going to say something. And what I'm going to say is 5 years ago, we started an initiative ourselves. We didn't go to anybody. We didn't go to anybody trying to get resources to make an improvement in the facility. We have brought it up. We put in our own windows. We paid our own money because we believe that if people can see positive changes, they will participate in it, and the quality of life will change because people have hope that their efforts are not in vain. I hear it ringing.
Thank you very much.
May I say one more thing?
One more thing.
That one more thing is that there's a culture on MLK that needs to be resurrected. There's a culture in that side of the town that needs to be restored. There's a culture that if not invested in, you will also be a part of the responsibility of not bringing back to pass something that is going to die if the investment is not made.
Thank you very much.
There's a cultural, one last thing.
You've asked for one last thing already. Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you.